Edith Hale once said, "You can have anything you want in life if you can dress for it." Welcome to another episode of Decan Talk Business. I am your host, Buzwe Odira, and I'm here with my co-host.
Gustavo David.
And we have on set a fashion icon, a fashion enigma, a fashion, a fashionista,
One who has
a
dominated.
man who is in the fashion industry shaking and making things work. Welcome, the CEO of Dom Clothings.
Thank you very much for having me on set.
Okay, so can you give us a little bit of your background with your introduction?
Yeah, sure, I can. So, my name is Miracle Domo Keke, and I'm the CEO of Dom Clothing, a clothing brand that makes exquisite wears specifically for men, and then very specific wears for ladies. So, you asked a question. Can I hear the question again?
Yeah, I said the background.
Okay, the background of Dom Clothing.
No, of you.
Of me.
Yeah, as
Of
an
the man
individual.
behind the dome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me make myself known.
Okay.
I'm Miracle Domo Keke,
Yeah.
and I am from Anambra State. I am from Anambra State. I was born into a family of three girls, and I'm the only guy. That was the kind of family I grew up in, a Christian family, and currently I'm a graduate awaiting service in the Nigerian government, and then currently running my fashion brand.
Are you the last born?
No, I'm the second.
Second. Oh, okay. So
Yeah, he escaped our nets.
okay. So how was life like growing up?
Well, life wasn't funny because I wasn't like the young person who was born into a bed of roses. Yeah.
Okay.
No, there are some of us that when you're going to school, your snacks and your snacks and your lesson food is inside 15 naira. You dare not eat the money during break, and then you're expecting more drink. So I wasn't born into that family of affluence and everything, but I think the upbringing I had really helped to shape my person. And few weeks, or not few weeks, few about a year back, I made the post on social media and I said, when people are born into families that they don't have everything that every normal child should grow with and grow healthily, that they tend to do very well because it seems like they are building from the scratch. They build with experiences. They now learn how to treasure everything that comes into their hands. But it all depends on how someone manages what he has. There are also people that are fortunate enough to get into the wealthy family so they can grow with that. So whether you're born into the rich family or born into the poor family, you can actually become something important out of it. And at the same time, you can still be a failure, regardless of the family background.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the kind of family I came out from. They didn't have all, but we were just okay. We were okay. My parents could feed us, they could send us to school and all of that. They could clothe us, but not to the extravagant level or to the point where you have everything you want to have. Yeah.
Okay. So there was a post you made on Facebook,
Okay.
right? I would love to hear that story. That it had about jam,
Okay.
and
Jam post.
it had thousands of likes. So I want to
Yeah,
know
connect the
the
dots.
story
Yeah.
behind that.
Approximately 2.4k likes.
Yeah,
Approximately.
2.4.
That was
Super
five.
fast can
That
count
was 54 point something.
54 point something.
Oh.
Likes?
Yeah.
I think I'm the one that is wrong now. Okay. Approximately 54 point something k likes.
Yeah, actually, that post, the reach was close to 4 million people. globally.
What?
So that was
Oh.
how wide it went. So the post was, the title is the dots will connect. So basically, what I was saying in that post, I was talking of how my fashion, how I'm into fashion, I'm into speaking, and also I'm into writing. So there was this phase of my life where I was expecting that once I'm done with secondary school, get into the university, and then 6 years fiam once I'm done in 6 years, the way I was calculating it, by 21, I'm
I'm
working.
done. I'm working in this company. By
I'm
by
working.
23, I would have settled. By 25, I will not marry.
We all had that fantasy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I wasn't opportune. So I was a brilliant person, very brilliant. But then the jam was jamming me and kept jamming me. I was doing well. I would do well. Then during the point of the post UME, I would lose out. At a certain point, I thought I was going to get the admission, and something happened. I don't know what happened, but the behind the scene of everything was that my result was sold. So it
Wow.
just kept happening for 5 consecutive years.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yes.
can imagine the heartbreak where you know that every of your set mates, every of your age mates is in school. Seems like they are moving ahead and you're at a place.
I can relate.
Okay, so at that point, what were your parents saying to you?
Well, every normal parent, especially every Nigerian parent, won't be happy about it. But thank God for my kind of parents, because if it wasn't them, I would have gone into an extreme case of depression.
Yeah.
Wow.
So after every jam, and then I like, is your result out? I'll say yeah, and then I bring the result. Okay, that's good. Post me, you do the post me, then you start waiting for the admission. Admission is not coming. How far? How far? You are hearing the how far from not just your family, but outsiders.
Yeah.
People sending you messages online, those that you went to the same school with. Where are you now? Are you in school? And you can't even
Say
respond
anything.
to that message because of the embarrassment. You're walking on the road, you see your classmates, you take another route because you don't just want to hear that. Where are you now? Or which school are you in now? So it kept happening until and within that period of time, I told myself, instead of staying idle, now I'm trying to talk about that post now. So instead of staying idle, let me learn something. Or let me just, okay, I started with working for people. When I was in JS3, I learned how to operate Excel, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, MS Word, all those computer packages.
Yeah.
So when I was done with school and the admission wasn't coming, I decided to start training where I learned the whole packages. So I was training people. I was getting my salary. Then I think my salary was it 4 5 or 5,000. That was my first salary in 30 days.
You excited, obviously.
Oh, I was excited. At least I could now teach. I could now communicate knowledge. But from there, I moved again. I worked for after working for that person, I worked for 4 different cyber cafes before I now got the last place I worked. So I was working as a sales boy. We were selling phones, all these Infinix and different brands of phone, both wholesale and retail. Then one day I now said, I can't, even if I get into school with this is not what I can run with in the long run. So let me try to know if there's something that I can be doing while schooling.
Yeah.
Then one of the days my mom came home and was saying, what if I go into the fashion world? What if I learn tailoring? And I said, I can't even be a tailor. Meanwhile, still during that period, I used to attend seminars, events. I had a lot of books on public speaking, still talking about that post that went viral, the doors connecting. So that was how I was able to build my speaking abilities. I attended events, studied on public speaking and all of that. Then my mom said, what if you learn something? I said, no, I can't. I said, okay, let me think about it. If I would just be doing it to pass time while waiting
Yeah.
for the admission, since I don't want to work for people again.
Yeah.
And then I got in there. The idea was she told me, even if just to learn how to pedal a machine, and then you can fix some torn clothes in the house. That's what you'll be doing. And I said, fine, no knowledge is a waste. And I went there. From learning how to pedal, I now began to love the making of clothes process. I began to put interest in what my boss was doing then. And then you say, why are you asking me a question on how to cut a shirt, how to cut a trouser? The main thing you came here to learn is how to pedal and how to fix torn clothes. I told him, no, let me just know it. Then that was how I started gaining interest. And funny enough, I didn't learn for a very long time. I learned for 2.5 months before my admission finally came up. And then I went into school. Then while in school, that was now when I now began to train myself, began to work on what I already knew, began to do a whole lot of knowing so much about fashion, knowing so much about how to make clothes, how to create designs, how to bring out new designs that nobody has seen. Now, after the whole 4 to 5 years because of some strike issues in school, and then I now came out. So during that time in school, I was just running the fashion business. Most people thought I had a big shop because of the way I was putting it up online
Yeah.
with so much excellence. I'll go to a studio, take pictures, put it out there. My name was flying, my brand was flying, but I was the only person doing the whole thing.
Wow.
I was doing it in my room, in my self-con, in fact. So this is the side where my bed is, this is my sewing machine at the other end, and then there is a wallpaper. I was even using a manual machine. I was cutting on the floor with wrapper. Like,
Oh my God.
so
It was hell. Yeah.
it's been a whole lot of experience. Yeah.
Okay.
The packaging for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so when did you birth? At what time did you birth the Dom fashion?
Okay, dumb clothings, betting it. It was a process, but I started by telling myself I don't just want this skill to just know it and then it dies. And I told myself I don't want to be like every normal tailor. I don't want to be like every normal. If I'm to play this game, I have to play it in class. I have to play it to the highest. I have to play it to the point where it should be globally recognized, not just something my neighbors you can sew clothes, or I sew this Monica for my son. No. I wanted to play it to the highest. So when I was in 100 level, I got into school without a sewing machine. I didn't have a sewing machine after the whole training. So after 3 months of being in the 100 level, I went home for a break and I told my mom, I will need to get a manual machine. I think I have to work with this fashion thing. And she said, it's going to distract your studies. I told her, let me just get the machine. If I don't do well in my first semester results, then I'll send this back to you home. And then she said, okay, fine. We got a fairly used manual machine, and that was when I told myself, I'm going to take this serious. I'm going to take this serious. At that point in my life, we are three sharing one room. So in the night, I'm begging them, let me use this side to sew. And as I'm sewing, they're complaining I'm disturbing them. But I knew what I wanted. I knew that if I want to play this to comfort everybody, to make everybody feel comfortable, I will
Go
not go far with it. So I began to strive to see how I can still do it at any time of the day, schooling and doing business. So I now began to use my night hours. So your question of what time did I now bet it? How I now betted it was that while I was making clothes, posting online, I would see some top brands. They will be marketing their businesses with big names, packages, like the deliveries, everything top notch. I said, okay, instead of using normal black nylon bags, stripe bags, nylon, all these small nylon, let me buy these transparent nylons for packaging clothes. And I bought them. As of then, I think what I bought it was 2.5, and I was feeling so pain because I knew how much I was charging then. I was like, this is like the clothes of one person.
One person.
Yeah,
2.5
because
nylon.
then I could charge 2,000 naira for a set of
It's 2K.
so when the person brings the fabric, I will make for even say 2K. My roommate, I made 1,000 for him. Yeah,
This was which year first?
this was in 2019, 2018, 2019.
1,000.
So 1,000, and he gave me 4. Now, so somebody giving you
Wow.
4 clothes
Wow.
to make, and then you charge him 1,000 for each. Like he bought the fabrics actually, so he charged me. I charged him 4,000 for it, and we are still battling. Now he spread that 4,000 out into 5 months paying plan.
Ah,
So I kept
come
getting
on.
it in bits.
Come
this
on.
figure is premium.
Like, how much was he paying you? Was it?
How much paying you per that bit?
Understand?
So he can give me 500. Then after 1 month or 2 months, he'll give me another 500. Then after 3 weeks, he tell me, please, can I get 500 from you?
That 500 I'll give you back later.
That was what we had to. So it was really bad. Then there were some other people. I'll tell them, just try to buy your fabric. I'll make the clothes for you. I just wanted to see people wear my brand. I just wanted to see people wear clothes I made. Then I said, okay, let me begin to think up a name to give this whole thing I'm doing, because I don't like when I put up a post and I'm writing outfit made by me. Then I was now struggling. Should I use Dom fashion? Should I use Dom
Dom
clothing? Should I use Dom couture? There are so many things. Then one of the nights, I can't really remember whose name it was. So that man or that young man, he sent me a message, and in his message he said, "Good evening, Dom Clothing." And as soon as I saw that name,
Eureka.
my spirit told me, this is it.
Eureka. Boom.
So that was where I told myself, wow, this is amazing. And the amazing thing about Dom Clothing is that Dom is the initial of my name. So D for Dom, O for KK, M for Miracle.
Complete.
So my name is Dom
Come
KK
on.
Miracle. Now, so you're
I-
saying Dom KK Miracle Clothing. So once he said that, my spirit told me, now don't run around. This is it. Work with this. And it's been amazing what the name has been doing. So I ran the business. I was doing the name. I was doing the fashion business for 5 years. I had not registered it. And in Nigeria, when you don't register your business, like you're joking.
Yeah.
Until last year, I decided to register the business. Could you believe that no brand had taken that name, Dom Clothing, by the time I had wanted to register?
After 5 years.
After 5 years of doing the
Of
business.
posting the Dom clothing
Of putting
online,
it
not that it was hidden.
Wow.
So I knew that if someone had taken it, it would be a real battle trying to
Yeah.
bring up a name and then trying to knock out that Dom Clothing from the mind of people
Yeah.
and tell them this is now my new brand name.
Yeah.
So I think still in the whole of everything, God's hand is in the story.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a big one.
Okay, so some of your fans sent in some questions.
Through a lot of questions. The list is really lengthy. But I'm going to throw you the ones that just because of time, I'm going to throw you a few. So one just threw one to me. She said this: what does fashion mean to you?
Okay. I believe that fashion should be a self-awareness first.
Yeah.
A self-awareness of who a person feels he is and how he wants to be perceived. So someone said, one of my friends made a statement, and the person said, your dressing defines the kind of person you are. So fashion to me is in what aspect do you see yourself as a person, and how do you want to show yourself to people on a first impression? So how do you dress? How do you talk? All these things are fashion.
Yeah.
How do you laugh? How do you relate with people? How do you communicate? All these things are fashion. Beyond the clothes now. Now, when you're wearing I'm wearing a well-tailored suit and I'm behaving in a certain way, I'm behaving in a dirty way, I'm not being fashionable. So you have to create a balance, and then you now complete it with this.
Fashion is a lifestyle, man.
Fashion is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really lovely. Wow, your own. So just like, wow, this is a different level of steez, though. Okay, okay.
Someone asked, what makes you the best designer in your field?
Okay, fashion field, or the field of fashion, is a very competitive one, and I can't even say I'm the best designer. I wouldn't even say I'm the best designer, because the only thing I would say is that I strive to be the best. Everything I'm doing, I want to be the best. I want to bring out the best out of it. Last year, I was having a television interview with Anambra State Broadcasting Service. So the host asked me, she said, which of your outfits is your best outfit? And I said, I don't have a best outfit because I keep creating.
Yeah.
And for every new outfit I'm creating, it should be better than the 10 others or the 20 others or the 30 others.
Wow.
Now that's relating to your question. What makes me the best designer? I can't say I'm the best designer, but I can say that I am among the best designers that this country is yet to have.
Is yet to have. I was
to
wondering.
have.
I was expecting you to say best designer that the country have.
Well,
It's yet to have.
country is yet to have it because
Yet
they
to
haven't
have.
gotten
It's
the
yet to
best
have
of them.
because if the country have to come to that awareness. Yeah, I do clothes, I send out of Nigeria and all of that, but I think there are still people within this country have not served yet, and there are people making clothes for them.
Yeah, true.
They want to take them out of the way.
Yeah,
they have done enough.
Right,
So here's another question. I've dealt with tailors where when you give them a cloth now, okay guys, I need this cloth next week. And then they can't be able to deliver. They cannot deliver on time.
Especially Christmas time.
They cannot deliver on time. They'll tell you no face. I'll sit down. For night, was no face. You just in my pockets. Whenever I go start to tear clothes, it's not that money. I tell you, I don't almost finish. No worry, you see, I don't cause the So the question here is, tell me about a time you were under pressure at work and how did you manage it and deliver effectively?
Tailoring will always put you under pressure. It's a guarantee. People just give clothes or send orders to fashion designers or tailors, and they don't know what happens behind the scene. It's a whole lot of little things giving you a whole piece. And for every little thing, there is a time that is needed to do that. So I've been under pressure several times, but in my years of experience, spanning to 6 years now, I've been able to understand that the moment I'm getting an order, I should understand that I'm not just doing this job because of the money. I'm doing it to protect my image, my brand image. I'm doing it to build a level of trust. I'm doing it to bring the person back to me again. And I'm doing it to give excellence in what I do. So when someone comes to me or when someone sends me a message online and says, I need this, I need that, I will first try to find out, when do you need this clothes? So give me your time. Is this something I can work with? I don't just say, okay, I can deliver this tomorrow.
My rate sweet, sharp.
I can deliver this tomorrow. There is this client, she makes clothes for a certain man of God, and whenever she sends me an order, I deliver after 2 days. Now, before I came here, yesterday, she just called me and wanted to make another order and said, can I get it tomorrow, being Thursday? I said, no, you can't. I will tell you the truth. You can't get it tomorrow, you get it on Saturday, and I will make sure I work towards that time. Now, it's being disciplined enough. Meanwhile, there's a point where your business will grow to where you find out that you cannot begin to meet up with the demands to the time. So what you do at that point, begin to put in people that can do the same thing you can do. And even if they can't do it well, train them to do it the way you do it. Just as I'm sitting here now, work is still going on in the office because I've trained those people to make clothes the way I do. So it's almost like when they've made it and then they bring it out, you almost think I'm the one that made it. But while they are making it, I still supervise, I still watch. After the whole making process, I still check for the corrections. So all these things, once I'm getting a job, we are hitting at this. But what most tailors do is that they get a job, okay, it's going to take me 2 weeks to deliver this, and they rest, they relax. Now, when it is 3 days to delivery, 2 days to delivery,
1 day to delivery. I don't cut hand. Okay, see all this thing. No.
That's when they now remember that they have a job or a task at hand, and that's bad. That's not professionalism. That's still one thing I still point out. Professionalism is not just knowing how to do the job, but knowing how to do the job, how to deliver the job, how to make a positive impression in the minds of customers, how to handle the difficult, the complaining customers and different kinds of clients you have, and how to present your business out there that will make everyone reach out to you when they need the best.
Professionalism.
Okay. I think I will be speaking for those outside. This is my own question.
Okay.
Is there a difference between fashion designing and tailoring?
This is a question I get often. I think that was last month on Ogun State's television interview. The host also asked me that question. She said, who is a tailor and who is a fashion designer. I don't think like we in this country we bother ourselves with a whole lot of definitions. They are the same thing. They are the same thing. The only thing is that a tailor now is seen like as a lesser person than a fashion designer. Fashion designer is just like an upgraded name to tailor.
To tailors.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now, in the same way, some fashion designers are not tailors. Tailors are the people that generally they can sew.
Yeah.
Now, fashion designers generally they just design.
Oh.
But there are fashion designers that are tailors also. So they can make designs and they can sew. Someone like me, I can create designs, I can sew.
Okay.
Now, there are fashion designers, they just do the marketing out there online, and then they tell you I'm a fashion designer. They can take your measurement, they can do the sketches, but they can't sew. So that's just what they do. They give it to the tailors now that will make the sewing. But a tailor is just focused on tailoring. Now, another aspect of fashion design is that this fashion designer is thinking, how can I play this game of tailoring in a high level? So you see a roadside tailor that you can pay 5,000. Another person tells you I'm a fashion designer. My rate is maybe in 6 figures. Now, what is making you to pay this person the 6 figures and leave the 5K is because this person have upgraded his knowledge. So that's just it. There's nothing much between both of them.
Okay. So what's the common myth about your industry when it comes to fashion?
The myth about fashion is that fashion design is that number one, we are very insincere people. We lie a lot.
Equivalent to our
I'm just saying that way because previously, whenever I tell someone I'm a fashion designer or I'm a tailor, there is this kind of withdrawal. You can visibly see it on their face, like you're not a sincere person. So that's the myth. And then another myth is that people believe that tailoring is not a business that can make people rich, and I say no, a big no. You can become a whole lot. Like personally, I don't think I can still take up some job positions because I know how much my field pays me. I know what it gives me, and I know what it is yet to give me. So it's just an industry of the higher you grow, the higher you earn.
Okay.
The more you know, the more you earn. The more your the better your network, the better you're able to deliver, and the better you are perceived.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's just it. And then the other myth of we are insincere people, we lie a lot. I think I've been able to overcome that myth because I hate lying as a person. I hate lies. So I can't lie to you as maybe your clothes is not ready. My phone is ringing. I pick it up. I tell you, I'm dying. I'm not feeling fine. I've been sick. That's what most of them do, and which is very bad. So someone like me, if I'm to deliver your clothes tomorrow, and I know that somehow I may not be able to deliver tomorrow, I will call you today. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll call you today. I won't make that call tomorrow. But most people will wait. They know they've not finished the work. They will wait for the client to call. And then when you call, they'll tell you, I'm almost done. Or they'll tell you, they won't pick the call. They will avoid your calls. First of all, reach out to the person. Reach out to the person and give them the information on what is on ground.
Yeah.
So if I know I'm not able to meet up, I'll first of all tell the client. But this happens if I'm to get 100 orders, this happens in only 2 orders. So the chances are very minimal. It's very, very minimal.
Yeah.
And that's how I've been able to overcome that myth of disappointing and everything. So when I have an agreement with the client, deliver on the 14th, I make sure by 13th your clothes is ready.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. So hope you guys are learning. Character, integrity, and trust is the best for business.
Yeah.
So how do you stay up to trend in the fashion industry?
Do you buy magazine from one roadside? Just say, see the guy clothes fine. I was like, what's the other one?
Normally, when you go to a fashion designer,
you go see magazine, bro. You look at the person go say, no, see what you go do. Give me this touch of this one and this one. Touch of Messi Chivo with Arasta.
So how do you stay up to trend?
Okay, staying up to trend. I think a fashion designer struggles with staying up to trend when they are not creative enough. when you don't train your creativity, you struggle to do what everybody is doing. But when you're a master of what you're doing, you will definitely be the one that people are struggling to know your own trend. Like few days from now, I'm going to be releasing some collections, and I can tell you that they are mind blowing. So most times tailors most times they even reach out to me and they tell me, how did you do this? I have this client that wants this your clothes. How did you do this? And I'm laughing. Make yourself the post in the football pitch. Everybody's struggling to. So most times I see people, they copy my style. Initially those people send me pictures. I the one that made this look, and say, I'm not the one. And they say, this person copied you. Why don't you people begin to arrest? I say, for what? The fact that they can copy you means that your work is good enough. You are worthy to be emulated. So when it comes to staying up to trend, I also have that place of there are very good people I look up to. So when I go online, I'm not interested in looking at what every fashion design online is doing. No.
Yeah.
I have particular people that I know that they have gotten to a certain height.
You can mention their names if you want.
Someone like Toskim, someone like Brown Inspired. I think Brown Inspired has really helped to push out the creativity in me. From when I was still learning, I had been following him back to back. His creativity is out of this world.
Brown Inspired.
And most times when clients reach out to me online and they say, I want to see samples from you, and then I send them some of the clothes I made, I send them some of the clothes that some other designers have made, I find out that either they are picking my design or Brown Inspired designs. So someone like that, I said, no, this person, he doesn't even know that people are rushing his works like that.
He doesn't know.
I've replicated a whole lot of his design. So he's good, and I think he's one person I actually look up to.
Yeah.
I really look up to him.
Yeah. Atafo too.
Yeah, my Atafo is one of them.
also good.
Yomi Kajra is also among.
That's
very good. That guy.
Yomi is another person I look. But I think in every niche, there are many people that will be good in your niche. But I think there are people that you are more inclined to.
Like they are kind of steez. You vibe their frequency.
Brown Inspired. I get easily connected. When I'm on Instagram, for example, I visit Brown before Yomi. Truthfully. Yeah. So that's just it.
Okay, so how do I put this? So like relationship wise,
Okay.
when they say when the love dies,
Yeah.
there is a motivation that makes you continue
There's a reason.
in the relationship. Now, I think you are in love with your work. So what do you do when you lose motivation to work?
How do you overcome it?
Instead of waking up in the morning and shouting up and grateful,
Lord.
you just be like,
I'm grateful.
today I don't feel like doing anything.
Yeah. I think there's a point in everybody's career where you should be able to kill that mindset of you don't have the motivation again. You just have to kill that mindset of you don't have the motivation. For example, when an aircraft takes off from an airport, there is this point in the air where it stays for long hours, and someone will be expecting, why can't this plane fall from this height? But it won't fall till it gets to its destination, regardless of the load of people and carriage and everything inside of it. So when I look at how big and how far I want to go in this industry, waking up one day and I'm like, another day to be a fashion designer. There are so many times, if it's to give up on it, I would have given up on it long ago. So when those days come up, or when I have those chances, I look at myself. Now, when those things come up, I now look at how far I've come, what I've passed through, what I'm yet to achieve. And then I ask myself, is it going to be justifiable if I should give up now? So it's not about looking for motivation, looking for who will inspire me. I think there should be this well and deep-rooted motivation that a person should possess before every other person is able to motivate you. That's just it.
Okay. So what did you study in school?
I was about to ask that question now, but I want to throw something there. What did you study in school, sir?
Funny enough, I studied an educational course.
Okay.
I studied industrial technology education.
And if I were to sorry, I'm not the lecturer that would say
Yeah.
this is a job we give you. What are the areas, like the jobs you think industrial technology would have taken you to?
Okay, I specialized under electrical electronics. Under in industrial technology education. But I believe that there are phases to life. I believe that experience, those knowledge, the certificates, everything is not a waste. Yeah. So with my certificates and everything, I still have the ability to run a school. I still have the ability to set up a school. I still have the ability to be a very high placed lecturer in any university of my choice. So I believe that when the dumb clothing thing has gotten to a particular level that I want, that it can now function excellently without my presence, maybe we can now begin to look at how what I studied in school can also be added to this life goal and everything.
That is if you now have another go to pursue.
There are so many
By the time you just start carrying fashion fest or something like that. You're going to start from school saying, good day, students, welcome to class. Let us know how to turn the wire. No.
Funny enough, I will not even do that. The truth is that I think my course is also playing a role in my fashion because the ability to convince people, the ability to educate people. I get invitations on online classes. I get invitations to speak in different events. That's still the educational aspect of my course. The ability to impart knowledge.
Yeah.
In my fashion house, I still have people that I train. The ability to teach. Now you're teaching fashion, how to make clothes. And they learn and they become like you. I think that's still part of it.
Okay, so before we wrap up, let me ask this question. With your permission, let me ask a question. So you were saying that you started with your urgent 2K and 1K. That's how it's crazy.
But we don't pass through that. Bro, that 500 that I gave you before.
So now, you know, when I started voiceovers, let me just start from when I started voiceovers. In case of future clients, see me. When I started voiceovers, I was actually pricing low. But something then came that made me say, the price increase. So what was your own moment where you were like, God, this 2K not reach. I need to go to. You said, let me just play. Let me just try. They tell you 2K, close say 10K. They say, okay, I'll give you. Say 20K. They say, don't worry, I'm in. They say, what's your budget? They say, I have 100K. Say 100K, and you're spending 20K. And then just from that time, what was that moment that made you scale your mindset to start charging? At your worth.
Your career.
Not that you're trying to just throw a big eye, but at your worth, the exact, not the exact word, but the worth as you grow.
Yeah. Okay. The truth is every business has a place of growth.
Yeah.
You need to know when your business is growing. You need to know when you are growing. Yeah. So if the previous me in 2018, if I should walk up to a client and charge a person 100K, I will even feel guilty. I was say, in truth, can I? Do I deserve
the 100K? Am I sure I can deliver?
For a piece of clothes. Yeah. But I believe that you should be able to understand when your business has grown. And there is also a point where your name begins to sell.
Yeah.
Your name begins to sell. So when people come to you, they know they are coming to Dom Clothing. I'm not going to any roadside designer. And when they come and they get what you give, they tell themselves, actually, this was worth it. So that point of moving out of the 2K, 5K, when you look at number one, social media adverts, the energy I put in there. Number two, investment in knowledge. Both paid classes, so both the one I will study online, so many investments in knowledge. Number three, personal development, character development. There's a kind of client you bring to me and you say, this person, so many people have made clothes for this person and he's having issue. You can bring that kind of person to me and you'll be surprised I'm making clothes for a person for 10 years and he's very happy. But you take him to someone else, they are fighting. Because the ability to manage clients is also something that is key. Sure. Yeah. And then as you also grow, creativity grows. So all my outfits are not the same prices. So they are, and for every outfit I'm putting out, every new design I'm putting out there, I know what it takes me. In fact, the ones I am working on now, the resources I've invested in them. So I can't put that out and you're telling me, can I get it for 15K? Are you serious?
So what if that come and say, see, you know we grew up together. You're my friend.
Fine, you're my friend. But I believe that even in friendship, you should understand where your words have been mingled with. Yeah. So I used to have that mindset also of I want to sue for everybody. I just want to have a whole lot of clients. I think I'm not in that level again. You have to have a specified number. They might not be large, but at the end of the month, maybe you've worked for 5 clients, but at least you have your peace of mind, you have your health, you have your account smiling.
No one had to get smiling.
Very important. But when you are having like 100 jobs to deliver and each of them to 2K, you will die.
Definitely. It's not the volume of work that matters.
Yeah.
But the quality and, as he said, the peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
Without peace of mind, you will run helter-skelter, and at the end of the day,
you may die.
You may die.
Yeah. Lastly, I would like you to tell us how we can reach you. Before then, what is the highest what is the highest amount you've charged for a cloth? Before then, Before then.
Kasham.
Hey.
So that's what I can share your testimony. He doesn't want to say, okay, so don't give us the exact amount. Just estimate it to either the nearest
Okay. I'll just talk on the recent one. It was close to 300K for a piece of clothes.
A piece?
Yeah. It was just okay, that was an agbada. I think I posted it yesterday.
Oh, I think I saw the agbada. Yeah. I showed it to him. The agbada was given.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That agbada now. What do you call it? What do you call the MC presidential agbada or something like that? it was given.
I called it premium.
Okay.
Yeah, but someone else might even be able to make the same thing for 1 million.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Whatever level you think you have bought, somebody's change. You understand?
Yeah. Because I didn't know the much work that was involved in that set of clothes. There's some kind. The client just said, do something different. Give me the rate. That was what he told me. Do something different.
Give me the rate.
Tell me how much to take. I want an hour. And I said, okay, I'll do something different. I now started doing something different. My goodness, my God.
Wow.
The stress was something else. So I just said, anyway, I've already given you the rate. So if someone else is coming back for this, I will give him the rate.
The rate of something different.
Yeah.
So this is like a grass you say from urgent 2K, 1K to now it's going to be flying to 110 million, 150.
Sorry, that guy that gave you 1K, I mean 500.
Did he complain?
He doesn't patronize me again, and he's my very good friend.
He doesn't patronize you.
Yes, of course.
If I'm coming to say, it's not because of me. I'll give you 5K now.
See, the truth is that some people know when you've passed their level.
Yeah,
they know. There's some kind of people. There's some kind of clients that when someone comes to them and say, "Do you know someone that does this very well?" They say, "Yes, I know the person, but he charges so much." And then the person says, "Fine, just give me his contact." And then they'll give them your contact, but they know they can't be able to pay you that amount.
Yeah.
They won't be able to pay you that same amount because they know you've passed the level that they can afford. So I've been able to build myself to the point of when someone, I don't fight for everything. Once I check, this is not so much. So I'm sorry, sir. I can't do it at this price.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. So can you tell us where your office is located, your social media handle?
That office safe. We will just
we might come and visit one day.
Come and visit and then
Okay. You can reach me on TikTok. You can reach me on Instagram, on Facebook, on WhatsApp. Calls, WhatsApp messages are allowed. So I take orders from any part of the country, any part of the world, anywhere. So on WhatsApp, +23481 000 78451. On Facebook, Miracle, Echezanachuku, Dom Okeke. That's my private timeline. Then you can check out Dom Clothing. Dom Clothing. There's no S on that one. On Facebook, DOM, then Clothing. Then on Instagram, Dom Clothings. Dom in lowercase.
Underscore. Okay, yeah, Dom.
Lowercase DOM underscore clothings. Yeah. Then on TikTok, Dom. Then on TikTok,
Emphasize
Dom
the S.
Clothings. Yeah, I think there's nothing else. Then if you want to send us a mail, you can send a mail to domclothings1
Yeah.
at gmail.com.
Okay, so before we wrap up, host with a information, what do you have to say to every fashion designer that's trying to, up their game now? The young ones trying to come up and they're looking at and they say, "This guy, you are balling." What can you say to them? How to ball like if I'm urgent 2K, 1K?
Okay.
Urgent 500.
Urgent 500. I'll give it back. I'll give it later. What can I say to them? Your final words.
Okay, you need to understand that nobody owes you anything.
Mm.
As a young person, you don't need to blame your failure on anybody.
Mm.
When I was struggling with admission into the university, I was blaming my parents at so many points. I'll say it's because you people did not bribe the school, because I was just looking for other people to put my problem
Just
on.
to pack blame.
But I've come to understand that in this life, to fly high, understand that you are the major pilot of your life.
Mm.
Aside God, you are the main person to do the work.
Mm.
Remove that local champion mentality. When I forgot to say, when I was in the East, people were hailing me, "Don't clothing, don't clothing." Okay, my body was sweeting me.
You're like,
And I entered Lagos.
You see clots.
I entered Lagos. I knew that I was just being a local champion there. And that was what now pushed me to begin to. And it was when the more I trained myself, the more my words increased. That was, if I can't be able to charge. So that's just it. Be able to grow yourself. And then excellence. The way I stress excellence, I don't know.
Yeah, you stressed excellence on normal for your post.
I stress excellence so much because I'm attracted to excellence. Everything you do it very well. Kings will come to your rising. The brightness of it.
The brightness.
Oh,
That's deeper.
because if you are saying everybody wants to serve premium clients, everybody wants high-paying clients.
Yeah.
But do you know that these high-paying clients, they are paying someone?
Somebody.
You want to sew for a governor. Do you know that someone is already making a governor's clothes? Now, what will make you beat out that person and come and become the governor's designer?
To shine brighter.
So they have seen a whole lot of designers, they have seen a whole lot of tailors. What will make them to see you and say, "Oh, this person is going to begin to work for me"?
Yeah.
In any aspect, not just in the world of fashion. So, to a young person, your age should not even be your limit. I'm still a very young person. Funny enough, people see me when the way they hear Dom Clothing, then they'll now see me and say, Is
this the guy that we
Dom
ordered for?
Is this the Dom Clothing? 4 years ago, someone reached out to me on WhatsApp, and because of this, the profile picture I was using, he asked me, "Are you Dom Clothing?" I said yes. He said, "You look too young to make my clothes. Are you sure you can sew?" I told him yes. He then said, "Okay, I'll give you a try." And after giving me that try, he came back again. Guess what? Currently, he does not patronize because he feels he can't afford me.
So I'm too young to make my clothes, so I cannot. Nice.
So he looks at my post. He tells me I'm doing well, but he still can't afford me because what I gave him then that he was saying was too good. Even if I look at the clothes now, I'm like, I didn't do it very well.
Yeah.
So as a young person, keep pushing, keep attaining heights. And the same person that you're looking at today, you're saying, "I want to be like Dom Clothing." I tell people, don't wish to be like me. Because if you wish to be like me, by the time you get to me of today, I've pushed to another higher level that you might not even be. So don't wish to be like me. Always strive to become the best, not the better version, the best version of yourself. That's how to grow. My life can inspire you, can motivate you. My results can inspire you, can copy from them, but don't be me. Push to be like somebody that is very good, especially in your niche.
Yeah.
And believe me, your brightness will definitely attract kings. And there is always something I say on my post. So our fearless global uprising is not just a statement, it's a line that pushes me to know that what I'm doing is global. It's not just for the country, it's not for Nigeria, it's not only for Lagos. It should be a global aim.
Yeah.
So that I end with that.
Wow.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you
Like
very
Charles
much.
Okocha normally say, you're phenomenal.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming on this show.
It will do good done.
Like Edith Heard said, you can get anything you want if you dress for it.
Yeah.
The way you dress is the way you be addressed. See you soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Bye.